I'm at 3546 Daytona Avenue in Cincinnati, Ohio, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for mainly any structural issues, but really anything that would be concerning to the buyer. Our access is a PVC stack in the center of the basement. There are stacks on either side. The main stack is on the right side of the basement if you're facing the house, with no clean out. And so we're going through the center. We'll try to run some water to verify that things are getting through to those branches. But first things first, we're going to push out and so here is the clean out. That is the main stack over there. This is just for the kitchen sink, which means it's probably going to be a little dirtier. But we'll try to run some water through that main stack in that main bathroom. There's the audience over there. It should be clay, which it is as soon as we get through the floor. It should be clay all the way out based off the age of the home. This bend, and then this looks like this is where we're coming into the main line. Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm coming into the, must have been the branch from the floor drain. And this must be the main line, which would mean that this coming in here from the left is most likely the main stack. Trying to run some water as we get out. This looks like a little bit of grease, maybe some roots to the side. This actually looks like some root or some grease, a little bit of grease buildup, nothing major. Normal things for a line of this age, but trying to push out. We can get all the way out, rinse off, and then usually as we pull back, we're not plowing things in the front of the lens, so it's a little bit easier to see. Knock that off. It's really hard to see what that is. Maybe some old roots. The way that broke off, I'd say it's either some calcite, some calcium deposits, some mineral deposits, or it was some root intrusion, from some old root intrusion that is old and brittle. But it's hard to see at that point. Try to keep the lens clean. And so far, the line looks like it's in good structural condition. Haven't seen any major structural issues at all. So hopefully what we can do is we push all the way out, get out to the main, rinse the camera lens off, and as we pull back it should be a little bit better shape. As you can see as we push, it manages to, I think we are in the main now. Looks like this is where it drops into the main. Looks like we're up against the offset right there at the street here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to pause the video for a minute. We're going to go upstairs and run some water down the main stack in the bathroom. And see what we can see as it comes out. Alright, so we've run some water a little bit. Should eventually turn off. Looks like we are, weird thing is, I can't get it to jump over this spot here. This is the connection on the main, I believe. And so I'm going to pause the video and take a look. I'm going to make sure the camera is rinsed off good and clean first, and then I'm going to go get a locate and make sure this is off the property and that this is actually at the main. Because this would be their responsibility if so, if there was any kind of issue or backup caused by this offset. But I'm going to pause the video and go find out. Okay, so that is in the street. It's right there at the tap. This is getting ready to drop in. It's actually kind of a weird setup because it goes sideways and then drops in. But I'm going to take a look at the line as we come back. Makes a weird turn right there and then kind of does an S-bend. It goes over and then drops in. So we're going to pull back and take a look at the rest of the line. Hopefully a little clear. So just to note that the spot where we were just out at that offset, that it became an issue that is off the property, that is the Metropolitan Sewer District's responsibility. But the line looks like it is holding shape well. Don't see any structural issues at all. You see spots like this where you had something coming in at the joints, and it looks like, I mentioned before, it's either calcite, like a mineral deposit, or it's some old roots. There's a tree stump out there that has been cut down. The stump is still standing, it is dead, and so I believe that a lot of this stuff is dead tree roots, especially this stuff in through here. Now the roots can continue to grow for a number of years, and so in these situations where you see them coming in like that, there's nothing in the flow line right now, but it is something that I would have checked in about another 5 years or so, just to make sure that root growth is stopped, make sure that it's not continually growing, because it doesn't look live. If you notice, see how it's all bunched up, it kind of looks burnt. And when I hit this earlier, it just fell off when I hit it with the camera. And so, don't believe this is active, but again, just to be sure, I would check it in about 5 years or so, have to do a follow-up inspection, and just to be sure that you don't have anything. Make sure that has, that is still in the same spot. So there's some buildup and debris, and that looks like the same thing. It looks like dead tree roots. Same there. It has like a coating on it, either it's grease or usually kind of like. It actually looks that way when you treat it with a chemical because it kills the roots. And so it is something that. Is pretty common to see with dead tree roots. But overall, this isn't anything to worry about right now, but I would. Check it in a few years, just make sure that all this is what it looks like, which is all just broken like this. It's all just old. See, I'm moving that. It's all just old tree roots. Get a little bit of grease. So see if we can flush the toilet again, see if that comes out right here. So we'll pause the video again. Okay, we're going to run some water through this, through that main stack again, just to check flow since we don't have access to it. So you should see something coming through this left. Never comes out behind us, and oh, so there we are. It actually came out from behind us. Check that. So that actually leads back a little further. It's actually the line that we are in. It's actually right here on the side of us here. Come right on through here now. And there we are. Okay, so we're getting good flow through there. Yes, sir. That'll work. And so we'll sit here and watch this little bit of flow here. I'm going to check out this joint. So make sure that everything's flowing through there well. Is where we're tied in. So, should be coming right back up out of the and the line does look good structurally. I didn't see any structural issues. Again, I would have it checked again. I would, maybe looks like a bunch of old dead roots, and with that dead tree out there and the stump left intact, the roots probably continued to grow for a few years, but the looks like, as you can tell, when I hit it with the camera, they just flaked off and dropped off. None of those roots look active, but again, just to be sure, I would recommend in a few years, have it re-inspected, make sure nothing's, gone anywhere, make sure that there's no active growing roots still, but it looks like they're all dormant, and structurally the line looked good. So. A check in a few years should clear everything. And so that's going to end the inspection at 3546 Daytona Avenue in Cincinnati, Ohio.